Hello everyone, this is Francis. Yes, I am live in my kitchen right now. Feels weird because usually I'm standing up and this is not my usual height, as you can imagine, because this guy doesn't work. The audio doesn't work. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Tonight I wanted to talk about life lessons that you can learn between the parallel of stand-up comedy and success. I had the time, a very good time on last Thursday to go see my friend who did stand-up comedy for the first time. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to be on a stage with strangers. I mean, it was family and friends, but still there's strangers, a lot of different strangers, right? And you have the thrill of doing stand-up comedy. You have to make them laugh. And it made me think about, first of all, I'd love to do it again. I just got the great vibrations about it. And what I thought is the similarities that you have with stand-up comedy, because, the stand-up comedians are really, really working hard on one thing. They're obsessed about that thing. They're thinking about it all the time. Do you know what that is? They're bits. Yeah. And by the way, do you know what bit means in French? I'm just going to let you guess. I know that some of you might know, but it means the men's reduction machine. Yeah, it means this guy. Did you hear me? Yeah, so do you know how weird that sounds when your teacher says, Francis, your bit is too short. Have a longer bit. And I'm thinking, how come she knows that? This is crazy. And then she would say, well, you know what, Francis, next week I want you to work on 5 more bits. And I'm thinking, whoa, 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 lady. I might have a short bit, but I'm a perfectionist. I work 1 bit at a time. So anyway, so just that material is an example of what you do in stand-up comedy. I don't know if it did it well, but it's been a while. But just to let you know that they're really working every day on their bit. They're really working on their set. And the best way to know if you do a good job or not, what do you think they need to do? They need to go on stage. They need to be in the stand, not in the stand. They be in the court, not in the stand. They need to be on stage, not in the audience. And I still remember when we were doing these sets, these 5-minute sets, we worked hard. We worked hard. It could be maybe 10 or 11 jokes. The thing is, you do it in one spot and then you go to another, and it's a completely different experience. And what happened is that when you listen to yourself, when you watch yourself, you pay attention to what the audience is reacting with you. Does that ring a bell with success in your business? What does that mean? That means that you need to act, and then once you act, you get feedback from your clients, from your customers, from the audience. And that's fascinating because sometimes the feedback that you get, like you just need to tweak a little bit more, and then people are raving about you. They love what you're doing. They're laughing hard because, a joke has a setup, a pause, and then boom, a punchline. But sometimes it doesn't work for some reason. The word's not the same, the sequence not good, you don't have enough big pause, you're too fast, they don't understand it, which is the same thing in business. When we're growing our business, when we're growing something that means a lot to us, we need to make adjustments. We need to make adjustment all the time. And in order to make some adjustment, that means you need to be on stage. You need to take action, even if it's scary. And there's so many comparison that you can make. Sometimes you have hecklers. You have hecklers in the audience. They shout at you, and you got to be flexible. Does that happen in business? You have some hecklers. They're in the audience, and you got to deal with them. Bad clients, bad customer, whatever it is. The thing is, each time is an opportunity for you to make some readjustment. So you just go back to the drawing boards, and you're like, okay, you know what? Next time I'm going to do this. And one piece of advice I can say is that try to stay everything the same and change one thing. Why is that so easy for stand-up comedian to? Is that it's almost like it's a lab. They're looking at their bits and they're making some adjustments. And it's the same thing in life. We can be in the lab instead of, feeling so bad when we fail. There's nothing personal. Because if you take it personal, you're not going to last long on stage. And you're not going to last long in the court. You better be in the stand. But I'm assuming that the reason why you're listening is because you want to make a big impact in the world. You want to grow something that means a lot to you personally or professionally. So the best advice I can tell you is, bit by bit, work on your dream. Work on your dream and make adjustments along the way. I'm going to end up with this. Because you know Eddie Murphy? You know Eddie Murphy, how amazing he is? Well, they asked Eddie Murphy once. They said, hey, you know what? Eddie, you know your stuff. That's probably going to be so easy for you, right? Like if you want to just make a show, people are going to go. They know you, right? He's like, yes and no. True that some people know me. That's okay. But it's going to take me for a 90-minute show, probably a year and a half of working on my material. Like everybody else, he's going to need to go in those little bars and try and test his material day by day. I was just about to say bit by bit. But he needs to try the material all the time. And then it grows to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 25. And that's how it works, even with famous people. So I hope that this message resonates well with you. If you want to have success, grow a big show of your life, you got to be on stage. And each time, the more you're on stage, the more you're successful. Because you have more chances and more time to do readjustments. And each time you make a readjustment, it gets better and better and better. So thank you for listening. I challenge you this week. Do something. Go on stage. Don't be in the stand. Be on the stage. And if you fail, that's good. Make an adjustment. Try again. And you'll be successful. On that note, I wish you an amazing week. Thanks for watching from a beautiful kitchen in Vancouver.